Excuse me, is this a serious crime squad?
No, I'm afraid not, sir. This is the trivial crime squad. We handle nothing serious here at all. I might be of some assistance. Do you please sit down?
Thank you. I'm here to report a serious crime. 4 armed men have just robbed Natalie's bank.
Did you say 4 armed men?
Yes, they parked outside and stole £60,000.
My word, this is serious.
I know.
Good. Then it's nothing to do with us. Did you say 4 men?
Yes.
Parked outside the bank?
Yes.
Then here's a double yellow line. Perkins, Dobsons, in here at the doubles. Natalie's bank.
No. Hello, Miles. I must say, this is a wonderful party. For such a good cause, too. And so many interesting people.
Yes, and the guest of honor hasn't even arrived yet. You've heard of Dr. Hugo Profile?
Oh, not the world-famous, incredibly attractive surgeon who's had his hands in short for £2 million.
The same.
Hugo! Hello, Miles. How wonderful it must be for you to see me.
I'm sorry, this is Felicity Triggs Mandersby. Would you excuse me?
May I congratulate you, my dear, on being the second most beautiful person in the room. Yes, I'm sorry. I've had my incredibly famous hands in short for £2 million. Do you realize if they should die, the rest of me could retire?
Tell me, where do you practice?
I don't have to. I'm too perfect.
Where do you perform all your surgery?
Ah, yes, at the David Owen Memorial Hospital. Yes, it's down the road, round the island, and second on the right.
Well, I suppose you know everyone here. Oh, do let me.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? I've just heard that this evening has raised £5,000.
Oh, darling George. I must say, your presence here has helped considerably. You're quite a remarkable person. Oh!
Even more remarkable than you think.
ready.
Oh, Mum! Can't I play out a bit longer?
And halt! That was terrible. There'll be extra whistling practice after work tonight.
Oh, no.
Now off to work.
Excuse me. I'm Randy.
I'll give you to water over there.
No, I'm Randy, the new trainee.
What trainee?
I've come from the employment exchange, you know. They said this is all they had left, working with a load of, mine workers. That was a close one. I nearly said dwarfs.
Twiggy, that's silly.
You're telling me.
No, that's silly. With Twiggy silly, clumsy gropey, potty snotty, and Sid.
Sid?
Remember all them British gas share adverts?
Oh! Why is he looking so miserable?
He didn't buy any shares.
Also, all that advertising must have gone over his head.
Yeah, are you taking the
No, I'm not.
Are you taking the pick down the mine?
Oh, Oh, what's down there?
That's the
You must be snotty.
and that's the oracle.
What's it called?
Page.
Ah, Page the Oracle. What's the capital of France?
F.
He's good, this boy.
Can't have you working down here.
Why not?
There'd be 8 of us and there's only supposed to be 7.
Ah, I see. Look up there.
Just 1, 2, 1, 2. Ah, well, yes. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to the island of Calamaris on behalf of Lobotomy Holidays. My name is Brian, and our driver today is Peplo. Say hello to everybody, Peplo.
Fabulous.
He has a card, isn't he? I shall just translate for you. He said, "You have taken possession of my heart." Hello. Hello. Firstly, I would like to apologize for the fortnight's delay at Luton Airport. This was due to an invasion of the Calamaris by rebel forces, which was soon crushed with very little loss of life. Okay, I'd like to point out 1 or 2 interesting landmarks on the route. On your right, my right, your left, the lovely 14th century Palace of El Cordoba, which you would have been able to see had it not been destroyed last week. Anyway, I know you're going to have a lovely time here in Playa del Carmen. The local inhabitants are very friendly. Yes, robbery and muggings are virtually unknown in the area, though it probably would be safer if you were not to leave your hotel after you have got there. No. One other small apology. You will have to carry your luggage the last half mile, as the coach cannot negotiate the swamp. But on the bright side, a lot of you haven't got any luggage due to the baggage handler strike. Finally, you may have heard many wild stories about there being robbers and bandits in the area. I can assure you that these stories are absolutely true. So if you would deposit your valuables in the hat which Pablo will be bringing around, it will save us all a lot of time and also you your lives.
It was a tough old job in them days, being a talent scout for Melchett United. Kids were so keen to get down pits, they never wanted to play professional football. In all my years, I'd always dreamed of discovering the perfect player. And then one day I did. It was in this very park here that I first clapped eyes on Cuthbert Higginthorpe.
It was a fairly ordinary game with now happening when
Suddenly, for some reason, my eye was drawn to one of the kids. He stood out from the rest. He was head and shoulders above all of them. I'd never seen a kid like him. He seemed to be everywhere. He seemed able to produce that little bit of magic just when it were needed. And he had a kick like a mule. I just knew I had to sign him. Later that day, I went along to speak to his ma and pa. It were obvious that the whole family were football daft.
Well, what do you think, Mother? Will let Cuthbert join young professionals?
Oh, I don't know, Dad. I was rather hoping he'd go and work down pit with the rest of other kids and amongst all that coal dust.
Well, he'll be earning 6p a month.
Look, Hal, fabulous wealth is not the issue. We're just thinking of Cuthbert's happiness.
Aye. He'd feel really odd if he didn't have a rasping cough like rest of family.
Well, I can maybe go to 9p.
Done.
So Cuthbert signed for Melchett United. Right from the word go, he was a revelation. He could do things with a football that defied description. Sometimes you'd swear the ball were tied to his bootlace. Sometimes he went in for unusual training methods like juggling fruit. Mind you, he always found time to keep up with his schoolwork. Soon, word about Cuthbert's skills spread through town and supporters came flooding back to United. With this sort of ability, though, it were only a matter of time before opponents started looking for ways to stop Cuthbert. Sometimes they never even waited for the kick-off. Cuthbert were a marked man, but he carried on regardless. It seemed that nothing could stop Cuthbert from going on to become the greatest footballer the world had ever known. Until that fateful day. Cuthbert were gobsmacked. Before he knew what was happening, she'd whisked him off to her luxurious apartment and were plying him with all sorts. And toffees and chocolates. In return, he showed her games in the bedroom like she'd never experienced before. Of course, it became the classic tale of too much too soon. Cuthbert started to put on weight and his game went to pieces. Soon he was kicked out of the club and sent back to his ma and pa. They vowed to talk some sense into the lad, to raise him with him until he were back to the straight and narrow.
You knock your mother about like that.
With Cuthbert out of the team, the fan started to drift away. The team's results suffered too. Soon the team were in a relegation battle. Everything hinged on the last game of the season at home. Melchett had to win to stay up. With just a minute to go, the score was still 0-0 when suddenly a penalty were awarded. The players looked at each other. Who would take it? Nobody wanted to take the responsibility. You could cut the tension with a knife. Suddenly, from out the tunnel came a lone figure. It was Cuthbert, looking just like his old self. The crowd roared. It was surely after that match we put this up. It's Cuthbert. No, it's not a statue, it's actually him. You see, the dozy clown had scored in the wrong flaming goal. It weren't Melchett's penalty, you see. Thanks a bunch, Cuthbert.
Sunshine, let's talk about this. What's your name?
Humpty Dumpty. And I'm going to jump, I tell you.
No, don't do that. I mean, things can't be that bad.
Oh, yes, they are. I've got salmonella. Some woman called Edwina told me. So that's it. I'm going to jump.
No, don't jump, Humpty. Look, why don't you come down? We'll go somewhere nice and talk about it, eh?
Somewhere nice?
Yeah, do you like curry?
Sorry. That's it! I'm definitely going to jump now!
No, don't jump, Humpty, don't. Here comes your mother. Come, Mrs. Dumpty.
See, I told you to stay away from that blinking wall. You know what that rhyme says? All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again.
Yeah, well, I'm with Booper now. I feel rotten, I really do.
What are you talking about?
He thinks he's got salmonella.
Oh, Humpty, you can't have salmonella. You're a fresh egg.
I'm not fresh.
Yes, you are. Your girlfriend told me.
Free range? Is she here now? Where is she?
She's all mixed up. She can't talk to you.
Oh, I want to see free range. I want her now. Get her now, otherwise I'll jump.
His girlfriend's here. Do you really want to see her, Humpty? She's in a terrible state.
I want to see free range. I want free range here now.
All right. Bring her forward.
Here she is.
Oh, no! There's nothing left for me anymore. Goodbye, cruel world!
Quick, lads, the safety net.
Oh, Humpty, thank goodness you're safe. That wall's very dangerous.
You're right, Mum. It's good to be alive.
Ooh. Well, how was I, darling? I do worry because you're always saying that my lovemaking is so boring.
Okay, cut the chatter. Let's get down to some work.
Where are we going?
Fit face.
Dog breath.
Okay, let her go.
What's this lever for?
You idiot, you've changed the points on the track.
Sorry, run for help.
Now leave things alone, you steaming green.
Yeah, just a minute. You wouldn't hit a man wearing glasses.
You're not wearing glasses.
Look!
Now, when I tell you, I want you to join the end of the line and blow this whistle to let everybody know when there's a wagon approaching.
Right, Agatha.
Right, everybody. Right, boys. Hit it. Ow.
Who's that?
Snow White! Princess Snow White!
Oh, I've heard about her. She's really lovely,
Oh,
isn't
yes.
she? Yeah.
The handsome prince must have woke her with a kiss. She's been asleep for 100 years.
100 years, and I thought I overslept.
You will stay in this room till you come to your senses and agree never to see that poet fellow Robert Browning ever again.
To that I cannot agree, Papa. Not seeing Robert has made me so ill. We love each other. I shall see him again, I shall.
I seriously doubt that. Ah, Stilton.
Yes, sir?
Is the front door locked?
It is, sir.
Is the back door bolted and barred?
Securely, sir.
And are the bloodhounds patrolling the grounds?
They are, sir.
There is no way any man could enter this house?
Absolutely not, sir.
That will not stop my Robert.
You keep saying that.
Oh, Robert, dearest heart, prove that I speak not false. Show me that love will find a way.
Elizabeth! I'm sorry, my dear. I can't seem to get out of top gear. I'll just reverse.
Oh, Robert!
Elizabeth!
You're not like a poet at all. You're as strong as a horse.
A horse?
A horse.
A horse? That gives me an idea for a poem. Quick, pen and ink.
This is a funny poem, dearest.
No, dear, this feather's tickling my nose. There. Finished. May I?
Yes. Ah. Read it to me, do.
A horse, cried Richard. My kingdom hard to rule is. Someone bought a great big nag and kicked him and...
Robert! You're going to be famous. Kiss me.
I thought you'd never ask.
Oh.
Aha! Are you Browning?
I am at the back, sir. Freezing at the front.
I'm afraid I must ask you to leave at once, sir.
Oh, Robert, tell him you won't leave. Tell him.
Stilton, throw this man out.
Yes, sir.
You've talked me into it.
And never come back.
Oh, he will come back, Papa. Love will find a way. Oh.
Oh, my dearest Elizabeth, what ails you? Stilton, call a doctor. Come.
You sent for me, sir.
Doctor, my daughter has the vapors.
Oh, good. I haven't read them this morning.
No, man, she's fainted.
So I see. Tell me, has this happened before?
Yes, many times.
Then it's happened again. See? I'll need plenty of carbolic soap, some hot water, and plenty of towels.
Good God, do you mean?
I am badly in need of a bath. Away you go, man.
Oh, right.
Elizabeth, darling, it's me.
Oh, Robert, how funny you look.
You think I look funny? You should see your cat.
Robert, kiss me.
Well, of course.
Excuse me, Doctor, but I think... Ah! You again, sir. That settles it. Stilton, send for the police.
No need, sir. I shall fetch them myself. Police! 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 You boy, hurry now, hurry. You sent for me, Mr. Barrett.
You're Sherlock Holmes. I recognized you in an instant.
The very same, sir. Sherlock Holmes, king of the detectives, head of the Dicks. Ha. That's why they call me
Yes?
King Detective.
That's a relief.
One moment, Mr. Barrett. Robert Browning is still on your premises. You, sir, deserve an apology. Browning, you shall come and apologize to Mr. Barrett and his daughter immediately. Come on, man. I shall wait. Don't be shy now. Go on. I think I apologize. Certainly, Mr. Holmes. Mr. Barrett, Elizabeth, I do apologize. That's good. Never step foot in here again. Thank you very much. That's it. Don't you come back. Take the doctor with you. I'll just see if he's gone. Right. Thank you, Watson. Stay there. I may need you later.
Mr. Holmes, I just don't understand what's happened.
I'll tell you exactly what's happened, Mr. Barrett. He lost that opposition. He was staying in this room. I never leave it. You'll never speak to that Robert Branagh again. She brought a listen, because I love you. And it's only him as me well. All of a sudden, Robert Branagh came through the wall. He was shaking all over. He said, Elizabeth, Robert, he said, I'm sorry, my dear, but I've sent you to get our top gears. And he said, horse, that's giving me an idea for a poem. He said, quick, pen and ink. He said, a funny poem. He said, no, he said, it's better, stick it on my lips. He said, a horse, my kingdom cry. I didn't think how to do it. Because it was bad at the end of it. Anyway, so you came in and you discovered them. He said, what? I said, you Browning, I am at the France ever freezing to the freezing Browning back. He said, leave this house immediately. Well, she fainted. The doctor quick said, I say, you're looking for me, sir. That's true. He said, I'm the doctor. I've just got the vapors. I could because I hadn't heard this one. She said, you done this before. I said, well, it's happened to me again. And I said, quit now, on hot tails, plenty of carbolic shows about what did you mean? I'm battling in the bath. She said, where you go, man? I said, Elizabeth, me look, what did it be? She said, oh, she looks strange. She said, Alex, you see your cat. Anyway, she embraced me. She said, it wasn't the doctor at all, it was Brownie. She said, yes, I said, please, please, you boy, quickly after the police. And all of a sudden, the King of Detective Sherlock Holmes, which is I'm here, sir, to solve this case for you.
Pardon?
Mr. Barrett, you'll note that Robert Browning is leaving across your lawn 50 feet below.
Oh, I can't see him, no.
Look closer.
I still can't see him.
Further.
Father!
All right, father. Elizabeth.
Russ Abbot will be appearing next week at the Southport Theatre, Southport.